Welcome to Act 2 of the PlayStation Culture Rapid Fire Weekly show. There is a lot to unpack here, a shit ton of things to unpack. It's funny because we were scraping at the bottom of the barrel, trying to find out what to talk about, and then this week was too much. But we are going to kick this shit off with a couple of subjects. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to really help us out here. Ken, did you want to add anything?
No, I mean, we have a lot of great things to talk about, man. I can't wait to get into it, man. There's a lot of good information. Yeah, man, go ahead, kick it off, bro.
Just to let you know that this is a show where we kind of highlight the little big PlayStation news. So, firstly, I wanted to talk about apparently Gran Turismo is out in the news. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it was delayed actually. At first they said something about 2021, and then it got delayed. But now they said that there is a beta that is actually at play. Spotted at the Experience of PlayStation promotion pop over at the official website. Uh, Says something about next hit up Italia quest, which I can't pronounce that. I am not Italian, just to let you know. But apparently, there's a beta out there, and you can unlock the beta code early. So I'm kind of happy. I'm wondering what exactly. I hope it's some good news. I don't want to have another GT Sport. I want them to actually fix the sound effects. I want them to have day and night cycles, stuff like that. What do you want out of this, Ken?
So yeah, so as far as that beta, they did, or the possible beta, they did have some information that came out that sort of was kind of hinting towards the fact that there might be a GT7 beta. So it hasn't officially been confirmed. But there was that information where it showed up on the PlayStation Experience promotion, and it kind of like gave a little bit of like instruction or whatever as to how like you would get the code. And it did say that you could unlock the beta code early. However, if you did, it still wouldn't work essentially. So it didn't go live. However, it's just hinting more towards the fact that we might have, you know, a GT beta, which is obviously awesome. I can't wait to see more about it if that is the case. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, man. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, moving along here, we have some other great stuff to talk about, man. So officially, not officially, but there has been some information that came out for Final Fantasy 16 that is basically kind of leaning towards the fact that we're not going to see much of it or at the TGS event this year. Um, it has been confirmed that that the show has been, I mean, that the game has been completed in terms of the story. Here's a comment that was coming from the director Yoshida. He said, "I'm not holding back any information just for the sake of it, but rather I want the next information to be something that will convince everyone to buy the game." The visual quality is a given, but battles and other unannounced major features will be included, and I want to present it like bam, so he wants to really come out swinging with that one. But yeah, I can't wait to see more about it, man. I think it'll be cool. What do you think about it, Josh?
I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to take the Final Fantasy franchise because it looked like when we first seen it, it has a very mature theme to it. I think there was some blood in there. I don't think I've ever seen it in the Final Fantasy, not like that. Um, but if they had the story kind of finished, I hope that they kind of push the gameplay along to something that's more meaningful than just the same formula and just change the battle system. Like I hope it's a full fledged like RPG world, open world. I have a fetish for open world shit. I have a real
Yeah.
big fetish. So I hope. Here's the
Uh,
hoping. Here's the hoping. Another big franchise actually is Persona 6. So Atlas has actually confirmed its presence. So one of the developers has stated, however, exceeding five will be difficult with the current staff. I would imagine with COVID too. I would like to surpass this tail hurdle with everyone who joins us in this recruitment. So it seems like they don't have enough people, but they are making another one. The workplace is perfect for those who want a creative challenge, and when it comes to bringing games to the world. So I'm hoping. I haven't really been big on Persona, but they got a lot to live up to. Because that's such a poster child for just Japan shit nowadays, and is an important franchise. I mean, I don't know. You've played Persona before, right, Ken?
Yeah, so I played Persona 5, man, and it's a great game. There's a lot of stuff about it that I could really get into. I mean, I could literally have a whole episode just about the great things in that game personally. But yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of new stuff they have for Persona 6, man. It would be a lot to kind of fill, for a sequel to 5. So, yeah, I can't wait to see more about that one. But yeah, I mean, speaking of, games being in development and such. Apparently, Ghostwire Tokyo uh, is still currently in development, obviously, but it has been confirmed that the game has been delayed until 2022, unfortunately. We don't really have any information as to why the delay happened per se. Well, I mean, they did mention that COVID and things like that, but you know, that's really all that we have to go off of at the moment. But yeah, right now it's just delayed until early 2022. So we'll just have to sort of keep a lookout for that one for whoever was looking forward to that game. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Personally, I have to see more about it before I'm kind of like jumping on the train for it. It's not typically my style, but I'm really interested to see where the game goes. I don't know if you have anything that you kind of like saw about the game, Josh, that maybe piqued your interest, or maybe if this delay even kind of affected you at all. I mean, anything like that?
I don't know what it is. I can't really get affected by it if I don't know what it is. I truly don't know what it is. And I wish I could be excited about it. I really do. I wish I could be excited. I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, I wasn't really interested in it. I think they say you could pet some of the animals. I'm like, here we go with these fucking trends, but whatever. I don't know. I was never that big into it, but people was like, oh, it's delayed. I'm like, you know what it is? No, you know. So until they show
Fact,
out
man.
more, I'll be uh I wouldn't hold my breath. I mean, another game I wouldn't hold my breath with at all. It's just abandoned.
You speaking of which,
I'm not hold my breath at all with this abandon. So I'll read to you what they said. They say this is blue box, blue balls, blue. It's blue.
yeah, blue balls.
Yeah,
Might as well be at
might as
this
well
point.
blue. We are excited to announce that the abandoned trailers with an S app will be available for preload, free of charge. It better be free. I mean, it's a demo for all PlayStation 5 users on July 29th, with the introduction available on August 10th, followed by the first trailer later in August. We have changed the app name from the Realtime Trailers to Realtime Experience so that the app will be released in real time as an experience. And he said, what can you expect from this? Multiple trailers with a duration of 5 to 12 minutes, gameplay demonstrations, and future live events. When will it be available? Well, I mean, we already discussed that. But the thing is, right? Here's the thing with Abandon. Uh, that's a small studio to be doing all of that, multiple trailers for 5 to 10 or 5 to 12 minutes of gameplay. Like, what the fuck is this exactly? I mean, how big is your game? That's number one. Number two, then you have multiple gameplay. I mean, to me, that's a lot of fucking hype for we don't know what it is. From what I can see, I mean, it looks semi-realistic, and then you had the fucking poor voice acting and a thing, and I'm
And a
like,
thing.
I don't, I don't know about this game. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're going all balls to the wall because they said what they said, uh, or they got entangled with the Kojima Productions. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really feeling that at all. I'm not really feeling it. At this point in time, it better be no less than Silent Hills. That's how I feel about it. I don't know what your take on it, Ken. Well, maybe you can shed some light on it, but for me, it better be. It better be
I
Silent Hills.
mean, we have talked about it before. I mean, it's at this point, nobody really knows what the game is. So, I mean, obviously, I'm interested to see what it is. However, all of these kind of like weird delays and such, and I don't know, just the weird rollout for the app, and it's just a little bit weird. The whole situation is weird, but I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what the game is about and what the what the future kind of holds for it. So. Low key, I'm still kind of like expecting Kojima to bust through the doors, man. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens on July 29th or August 10th, actually, when they have a reveal. But yeah, moving on here, we actually had some interesting information coming out about Guerrilla Games apparently working on three different titles. Obviously, we know that currently Guerrilla Games is working on Horizon Forbidden West. We saw a trailer for that. Obviously, the game looks incredible. I can't wait to play that, obviously. But there's some more information that came out via a job listing, um, kind of showcasing that they could be working on two other games. One being a multiplayer project, and the other one being an open world story driven game, which obviously is in the vein and field of what Guerrilla Games does. So obviously, I'm very interested to see what that's about. I mean, given Horizon's success and stuff like that, and how great that was, I can't wait to see what other stuff that that they could do. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I know Josh, you're a big fan of Horizon, man. Did you have anything to say about this?
And although I'm a big fan of Horizon, we've seen a pretty good amount of gameplay for me not to be skeptical. I'm really curious about the shooter that they're working on because I kind of want Killzone to come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's going to come back. I would love it to come back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Like I feel like it's a little bit too good to be true. You know what I mean? But there's always success stories. Guerrilla Games wasn't even known to be like really good with games in general. And then they pulled Horizon out of their fucking asshole and somehow made that work.
They did
Um,
though. They really did.
and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, not to say that the kill zones were bad after Kill, but it was like way better than anything that they ever made. And it was a similar success story with Sucker Punch. They ended up actually creating a game uh, that went from the Sly Cooper to the Infamous games, and then Infamous kind of hit its peak, and they just made a whole different turn. I mean, they were basically Infamous was a shooting game, so they spent like years and years and years when they made Ghost of Tsushima and crafted a fighting engine. No one knew that shit was gonna work, and then it came out of nowhere. It was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So that kind of brings me to this next topic here, which is the director's cut, which is what is it, Iki Island? I guess I'm pronouncing it right.
Hmm.
There were a lot of people that were just really pissed off at the proposition of Sucker Punch charging for their DLC. I want to kind of point things out. There was two issues. The first issue was it shouldn't cost that much, and I'm like, they're giving you a whole island, right? And potentially there's some rumors even going on with you have torches in there. This is from Reddit, by the way. Um, there are heavy armors sets that you can acquire. You have new horse animations where you can run into them and stuff like that while you're on a horse. There's even been a tester that discovered that there's a new fighting stance. So the thing about it is, it's like, I mean, that is deserving of you know a whole fucking director's cut. So when people found out that they just kind of announced it still that it's about 15 to 20 hours of actual gameplay. Like you could put that in your pipe and smoke that. That shit's ridiculous. That's a
That's a
huge.
whole game.
That's a whole ass game. That's a whole ass game. So then the narrative switched over to, oh my gosh, they're gatekeeping the DLC. All right, nigga. What, what do you gotta say about this, man?
I mean, yeah, I mean, people say some crazy stuff all the time, man. And like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of how they're rolling out the pricing for, not really the pricing, but just the confusion behind the pricing. As in terms of how you upgrade and whatnot. But as far as the game itself, I have no complaints. I mean, you're literally getting a full expansion with the director's cut, man, and all of the enhanced features. Also, the multiplayer for free that didn't come with the base game, which people seem to forget about that, came completely free. So the fact that they're giving you new content, man, like you just said, there's new shrines and new enemy types and new animations and charms and all kinds of stuff that you can get in the new expansion. There's even a new upgrade system for the swords and the bows and stuff, man. I mean, I don't know. I personally can't wait to play it. I think it's going to be great. And it's releasing on both PS5 and PS4 on August 20th. So that's going to be a good day for me, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
I don't have anything else to say about this other than I can't wait. So,
Yeah, facts, man. But yeah, man. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the show, guys. We had a lot of good stuff to talk about, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun just kind of going over some of this information. Um, but yeah, I mean, unless you have anything else to say, Josh, do you have anything else to say?
no.
All right, yeah, no, so that's awesome, man. Thank you guys for tuning in for the next the next act of the PlayStation Culture Rapid Fire, where we give you little bits of information every week. And yeah, like Josh said, I hope you like, share, subscribe, and obviously follow us on our social media on Twitter, which is Culture of PS, and jump into Discord and all that stuff. So yeah, anyway, that's all I got to say, guys.
Until next time, where we will bring you little big news, little big PlayStation news. You guys take care.